And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, a guy that's been having a huge impact for this team all year, Chris Floyd. He leads the team in wins above replacement, so most days you can expect him to be a big factor for these guys.
Yeah, Boog, he's definitely a huge piece of the puzzle for this ball club right now. He's just having a really nice year, and that's on both sides of the ball, not just offensively. You talk to guys in the clubhouse, the coaching staff.
So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill in this one, one down. Chris Floyd stepping in for the Rangers. Looking to stay hot after yesterday's game. 4 for 5 in that one. Next offering is fouled back. In the air out to center. Valencia drifts towards it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the fly out. And there are two gone. Here's the veteran first baseman.
Ball four, take the base.
And now a pinch hitter, Carlton Rodriguez. Huge chance for him here. Bases loaded and no outs. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. And another ball.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up or something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
The 2-2 now. And downstairs. Now a pop-up on the infield. And the infield fly is called. And stepping in for the Rays. Final score here today, 10-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Oakland Athletics. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, ready to go here. And now for the Phillies, Christian Clarkson. Good eye right there. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Clarkson started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call. Guy. Perez stands in for the ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in for Oakland, Dan Santana. And now the lefty. It's in and out of his glove. But the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out. Miguel Vargas.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Athletics. Number 12, Ryan.
Ball four, take the base.
Now pitching for the Phillies. Number 27, Rdlr.
Well, even though these guys got the win and this guy got the save, you can tell he's a little dejected. Not the performance that he got the done.
Live from Dodger Stadium, we've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Doug Maloney.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the pillars of this lineup. And when you have a guy like that that's so consistent and so productive, you want to make sure you can do whatever you can to get him to the plate. Get him as many at-bats as you can in a ball game. If you do that, you got a really good chance of scoring a lot of runs.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. Starting on the mound in this one, Ricky Money. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
Ready to go now? And now for the Marlins, Kyle Saul. That one's in there, and we're underway. And a foul ball. Going 2 now. Swing and a ball popped up. Paris puts the squeeze on that one. One up, one down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. This is a good offense, Chris. You're going to get quality at bats and balls put in play consistently with this group.
And it doesn't really matter who they're facing on the mound. They have the ability to go out and compete and win ball games. If it's an all-star or Cy Young Award winner to just a rookie up in the big leagues. So when you have that, you have a chance to win every night. If I was a pitcher on this team, I'd feel pretty good about taking the mound for him.
Out towards right center field. Dell trots over to his left, hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And up next for Miami, Doug Maloney. Good power, not great in the OBP department. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Righty delivers. In the dirt. Now 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Marlins, and now the Dodgers get a crack at. Here's a speed threat. Albert Williams. Adrian Rubio steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Here's a 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And 2 away now.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And now it's going to be Ronald Ruiz. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs and one in scoring position. Out towards left center. Saul under it. He's got it, and that is that. Dodgers are turned away their first time around. Inning number 2 from LA coming up on the show. 0-0. Second inning set to go. And now the veteran third baseman, Josh Brett. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Money back to work. That one missed.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next pitch is outside. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it surprised a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
The pitch.
That's ball 3.
That one fouled off. Here's the left fielder, Juan Medina. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And that's in for a strike. Money. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Over to first, got the out.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Whitfield tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Now the 0-1. Up the middle. Tosses to first, and that is that. And 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the second. And here come the Dodgers. And now the right fielder, Chase Montoya. Money back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Here's a 1-1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Lifted in the air, right field. Cowser under this one. Puts it away for the out. And next is the designated hitter, Jose Salas. That one misses. Ball 1. Salas starting as the designated hitter, 31 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Next offering is in for a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-2.
That was straight queso right there.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Bruce Mayfield will hit next. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. And the right-hander deals. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the 1-2 misses to even the
2
count.
balls, 2 strikes.
Registers the punch out and hits 101. And the Marlins down quietly. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Saul. Flied out his first time. The right-hander back to work. And takes low for ball 1.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hayashi grabs it on the run.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that should be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. Paris with a relay throw, and he's out.
Well, the defense definitely on the clock with that one. Everything had to be perfect to get the runner at third. When you talk about a throw on the money, the relay to third, just a good job all the way around.
And now here is Doug Maloney. That one's in there, 0-1. That clips the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Foul ball still 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Miami down in order. Bottom 4. Here's the speedy catcher, Enos. Josh Brett getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. The wind of the pitch. On the ground, right side. Williamson takes it to the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the left fielder, Juan Medina. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, He's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
One down, base is empty. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Base hit, left center field. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now it's the right fielder, Chase Montoya. He's 0 for 1. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
And a pitch. There's a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Just a weak fly ball this time. He's got it, and there's 2 down. Jose Salas, the next up for the Marlins.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Right-hander kicks, deals. Got him. Breaking ball clips the outside edge. Marlins strand a pair. Still down 3-0.
Three, out.
Top of the 6th inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bruce Mayfield. Clips the corner. And that is strike 1. Mayfield measures 6 feet 4 inches. 34-year-old vet, and he's a native of Australia. They say he went.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
It's a good take.
And a 1-2. And a ball evens the count. The 2-2. Struck him out looking.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
And now Kyle Saul in for a strike. 0-1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
The next offering misses, and it's 1-2. On the ground, right side, Paris. The throw to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in is the speedy Rolando Gilbert. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Ball 1 there.
Well, this is the type of hitter you want up in this situation. Some sluggers coming up behind him. He's so good at moving runners, but also getting on base. See if he can be patient here.
Pitch is in there. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a. Welcome back. And now the DH, Adrian Rubio. The wind and the pitch. And ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Matt Varquette preparing to come on if needed. Tebow warming up as well. The pitch.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
There's a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The pitch. The punch out there, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
No, just couldn't pull the
Top of inning number 7. Now here is Doug Maloney. Money back to work. That's through there for a strike. Check swing, but he went too far. And the count is 0-2. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Brett now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Slings to second. On to first. Double play.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Fires over to first, and that'll do it. A new arm into the game, the righty, Matt Varquette.
3.
At the plate, Shea Whitfield, 1 for 2. And he deals. There's a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. No swing. There's a 1-1. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And now, Chase Montoya. In there for strike 1.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Check swing. Went around. 0-2. In the dirt. Gathers and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And it's fouled away. 2 outs.
1-1.
Here's A.J. Hinch heading towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change right here. Ricky Money won't go any further. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. Henry Gutierrez gets the call for the pen.
Now pitching for Miami, number 15, Abraham Tebow. Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting out west in the American League, Drew Beard got the W and now has 5 this year as the Astros picked up the win against the Padres 3-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Tigers 6-2. Gio Ricks collected 6 runs driven in on a total of 3 hits as the Guardians downed the Rockies 10-1. He has now hit safely in 13 straight games. The Dodgers combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 3-0. The win was their 6th straight as a team. The San Francisco Giants got 12 hits in this one as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 7-2. Kenny Quezada grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping lead the Braves to a win over the Mets 3-1. The Chicago Cubs allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-2. The win was their 6th in a row. The Rays got 18 hits as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 10-6. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim broke up their 5-game losing skid as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 5-2. The Yankees combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the visiting Orioles 3-1. They now have 6 straight victories. Miguel Curran had a big day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3 as the A's pushed past the Phillies 5-4. The Buccos combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the Seattle Mariners 5-2. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around